I
pod
said
like
you're
this.
an FF in front of Dad one day, and he looks at me and goes, "Fat fuck." I was like, "Yeah."
He's catching on, isn't he?
Yes, yeah.
And I think he likes
Yeah,
it
that's
too.
funny.
Okay, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to the Wisco Wistys. We are revved up. We had quite the day.
Yeah, fucking sucks. We only got, what, 3 weeks left?
I know.
4.
Are we taking a break?
Yeah, I was going to say, we should
let's
probably
take a little
address that.
break.
We're going to do a little break after Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
We'll do after the Super Bowl
We'll do a
to
recap,
react to the
and
Super Bowl.
then you got to see the mustaches.
Yeah, to see that.
Because we're the goatee gang.
And then
today.
we might start up,
goatee gang.
I don't know, we always do like a little bit March.
Yeah, we wait until like
March Madness.
maybe we take
April.
Yeah.
But we don't
The
do it
rest of
every
February
week.
off.
Yeah, we do it like
every other week or
do
something.
a little March Madness, then we'll do a little NBA, but not every week, and then we'll draft. You hit the draft a little bit, especially because it's in Green Bay.
Yeah, that should be fun.
And then we'll just kind of cut for the off season, which
we
is
could do like a live stream for the draft. That'd be fun.
Yeah, you're
And we'll have a lot of I'll have a lot of visitors.
I know we were
potentially
counting like 7 to 10 at my house, and I was like,
yeah, I mean, so we could have some friends on the pod. That'd be fun.
I don't want my friends on the pod.
Well, we'll get
That's a shout out to you, Charles.
Get El Papi Muñeño over here. Chucky. Yeah, that should be cool. But yeah, just tune in. Keep tuning in.
I wanted to say the S word so bad. You know what I mean, Charles.
Well, I think people can figure it out.
I didn't say it, though. I'm not racist. Pause. All right, so wild card recap. Will
Wild card
Wistys
recap.
in a wild card recap. What'd you think of it? Just rate it 1 out of 10. Quick, right now. Go.
7.
Really?
6.
Okay. Not 9?
No.
There was like
There
games
wasn't that very
that's
good.
why I'm
games.
asking, because
the Houston Texans game was actually kind of entertaining because there's so much weird shit going on.
and we didn't. I thought the
And we-
Chargers would win.
right, we
so
both picked
it
Chargers.
went the other way, but
Baltimore Steelers, that
Kicked
was a
their
blowout.
ass.
Buffalo Denver,
Kicked
that was a
their
blowout.
ass.
Our game sucked.
correct. I mean, it was always kind of there, but we
the
never knew it
Washington
would get
game
there.
actually was
That
pretty
the
close.
only good one. I mean,
That was
it
a pretty
game-winning
close.
field goal.
Yeah.
And then
But like throughout the whole game, it was close.
yes, and then the Rams
was a blowout. So
rolled.
yeah, I would say
That's what when you said 7, I was like, what?
yeah, that was
I have
nervous.
seen a lot of.
I would say 5 or 6.
I have seen a lot of people are like, why did we add a seed? Like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's true. Because no one wants to see the fucking rookie quarterback in Denver Broncos
Or the
get
Packers
trounced.
get rolled in the first.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
but
kind
like,
of stupid.
I get it, but I don't. I think it's whatever. I mean, it's like a bye week for those teams, unless you're Dallas. But I
Yeah,
think
because when they didn't have them,
it was the
they
first
still had a
two.
bye, right?
It was the first 2 seeds had a bye week.
which is stupid. So you don't have as many games
You had
right out of the gate.
correct. You only have 4 and 4 again. It's 6 this week, 4 this next week, this upcoming weekend, then 2, then 1.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes like that. Quick, let's just go through. We're going to just talk about each game. But like we said, nothing really crazy or unexpected. What was first? Houston. I didn't think that would... So that would be the biggest one. I didn't think that was or second biggest, or whatever you want to call it. I didn't think they would win.
No.
But when you throw 4 interceptions...
Yeah, you had 3 all year.
And we
then he
had the
throws
debate,
4 in one game.
and we can kind of talk about it. Is it Herbert? Was that Herbert?
Yeah, I remember
Is that a
texting you
one-off?
mid-game, like,
Is it?
is he
Is
not
it?
it? Or,
I mean,
I mean, he hasn't had success in the playoffs. He's never won a playoff game.
Rank Herbert in quarterbacks on the top of your head. Where are you putting him?
I mean, he's top 10.
Right?
Yeah.
For sure. That's
So I think-
purely off of talent.
I think you
though,
got to
right?
get Harbaugh another year. I mean, they got to the playoffs.
Correct.
Which is good.
You got to get him a weapon, though.
You got to get to the next
As
level.
much as I love Ladd,
Yeah.
That-
What a lad.
I can't believe he's white. I'm just putting that out there. He doesn't look white at all.
I mean, lad with 2 D's. That's pretty white.
I know he look.
Well,
you know
is
what
it
I
white?
mean? He doesn't play white. Let's put it that way.
That's racist. I'm just kidding.
Pause. He doesn't play.
Isn't pause for something sexual? It's like saying phrasing.
Yeah. He doesn't play white.
Yeah, how's that sexual? I'm trying
Can
to
make
figure
anything
this out.
sexual.
I guess, yeah.
You can do anything in this economy today.
Yeah.
Workforce. I think he is a great 2.
Yeah, he's like a slot guy. He's not very
Quentin Johnson
tall.
has bricks for hands. Like
Yeah.
the guy
Brutal.
sucks.
Yeah, might as
He
well.
get 13 for 130 on last week, the week
His
before.
middle name is probably Dontavian.
Yes, or Jaden Reed. But I think if they got another guy or tight end, and nothing against J.K. Dobbins, but he is not like Josh Jacobs. He is not Saquon Barkley. He is not
Like if
Jahmyr
they had
Gibbs.
if
He's
they had
not an
Austin
explosive
Eckler in his prime, that would have been different.
big deal because he could catch, run.
Yeah, he was a scat back.
Correct. They have 2 like thumpers. Like J.K.'s a good back, but like you need a weapon back there.
Right.
So I think they need and that's what we're gonna kind of do. We want to go through each team that lost and what they kind of need. Right. What's next for them? I think you're right. Build off of Harbaugh. I wouldn't. You can't make Herbert feel like it was all his fault. I mean, one of them was a tipped ball.
Yeah.
Another one at the end of the game. It's like I have to throw this.
Right.
It's like Love. I had to chuck that 3rd interception. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 3 picks. It was really 2 in my mind because like he has to push the ball, or else you're doing like I couldn't believe like the Packers and the Vikings were like running the ball down 2 scores.
What are we doing?
Where's the shotgun and where's the tempo?
Yeah.
So like you have to do certain
even when
things.
we were running the ball and going nowhere, so our play action wasn't doing shit either. So it's like, why even run the
What
ball?
play action?
We know everyone should know what we're doing right now.
Don't even get. You want to just go right into the Packer game?
Well, no. What else did you want to talk about?
Well, Houston. I think Stroud looked.
Yeah, he has been this year, but he doesn't have anybody to throw to either.
I was just gonna say he's got Nico, and their offensive line is kind of poo-poo because like Mixon, was good in the beginning of the year. Their defense kind of flies around though.
Yeah, I mean they're a defensive.
The Chiefs are
he's
like
a defensive coach, isn't he?
8-point favorites or something, and I know they beat them already. I think they will beat them already. 8 points. I don't see. I could see that being classic Chief, like a little hang around, and then they come
play.
back in, and then I just don't see it. They got like Stingley can play. They got that dirty guy who punches people in the face.
Yeah.
And then you got like Hunter and Will Anderson,
and then people were like, "Oh my God, you're a fucking dirty player." And he's like, "Why? Is it because I'm fucking Muslim?"
Yeah,
or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, no, dude, you just fucking
exactly
took Lawrence's head right off
and did nothing
and didn't care. Yeah. And then flipped off the fans as you got kicked out of the game.
And Trevor Lawrence doesn't look an ounce uglier because you can't get uglier.
No.
After that. Oh, God. I can't believe that guy had offspring. But he is dirty, but he's still flying around ball linebacker, off-ball linebacker. I think they can hang around, but I don't think they have a chance next game because it's in Arrowhead. It's going to be cold, whatever. But Chargers, I think it's just... unfortunately, one of those years where it's good to build on. Not everyone can just win it all in the moment.
Right. Yeah.
You have to.
It's his first year as the head coach. They got to the playoffs, which is good. I mean, they should have if you're going to make.
Correct.
He's
in a tough division too.
It's
3 teams made it in that division.
Right. It's like our division.
Yeah.
So, but you got to get pieces, and so do we.
Correct.
We'll talk about that.
On to the next. Steelers is an interesting conversation. He hasn't won a playoff game in 6 playoffs.
I saw a picture, and it was like Mike Tomlin in the playoffs the last 6 years, and it was Doc Rivers.
Yeah, where he transforms. It literally is. I think I sent it to you on Instagram, so you just wait for that one.
I know. I can't wait to spend 4 hours going through all this.
It's
shit
gonna be like 10. I've sent you like 14 things a day, and my shit gets dark quick, like really bad.
So who are you?
Well,
why is this getting so dark?
It just slowly gets there, and then I send it to Paige, and she starts hitting me. She's like, "Stop sending me this shit!" And I'm like, "Well, who do I send it to?" She goes, "Send it to your brother." So I send it to you. But
you don't want to download it, save it to your camera roll, and then send it to me via text.
I can't have that on my phone.
It's like in 3 different spots now.
Oh, it's brutal. Because once you get in the hole, man, the rabbit hole gets deep. But anyways, I'm not bringing back Russell Wilson. I heard him and the offense coordinator were kind of beefing.
I mean, he's basically free, right? He was like 2 because the Broncos paid for everything. He was like
Yes, he's
$2 million
yes.
or $1 million.
I'm not getting him.
So you're not giving him another contract.
I'm not getting.
Are you paying? What are they paying Fields?
Not much either. I'm not paying Fields though. Like, but what else
But
are
is
you
he
gonna
due
do?
for one?
That's a good question. I think he may be on his 5th year. I could check real quick.
Or do you say, hey,
Because people
we'll give you the reins. We might pick a quarterback, and you guys, can fight for it. If you want it, you can have it. And then we'll see how you do. And if you do well, we'll give you the contract.
So he
bet on yourself.
He's a
that
free
type of shit.
agent in 2025.
Yeah. Okay. Or he could be like, "Fuck you guys! I had a whole year of rest. You saw what I did sometimes in Chicago. I'll test the market."
Yeah, he's going to. But who's going to pay him?
Nobody.
Right. My question
You
is...
just go to where you get the most.
Are you sticking with Tomlin?
If you like mediocrity, yeah.
Because there's a whole thing about like...
Because I know...
Take the leap of faith.
I know we have said like he's a great coach, which he is. He's a good coach. But
two things can be true, right?
It was like McCarthy. It's not McCarthy, but it reminds me of McCarthy just because I'm a Packer fan, and that's just...
Yeah, which comes...
When he won the Super Bowl, and he won a Super Bowl, right?
He won it with Aaron.
No.
Oh, Tomlin? Yeah, he won it. He went to it against us, but won it 2 years before that.
Yeah, against
Big Ben, Arizona.
Arizona. Yep. So he it's very similar then. Like McCarthy
right away,
never got back or never got to that, deeper in the... we got deep into it, but we just never could make that next step again.
He hasn't been to a Super Bowl since our Super Bowl.
What's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over again.
And expecting a different outcome.
Correct.
So what do you expect? They're going to make the playoffs? They're going to be barely...
Smooth, you know that?
They're going to be barely over... we've been doing this for 2 years.
It's almost like we're related.
Or 1 year.
This is season 2, so yeah.
Season 2.
It's almost 2. I don't think I would stick with him.
I feel like you got to move on.
But here's my problem.
You got to... Or can you be like, we want you as a... Do the Pete Carroll thing where you're like, we want you as...
Yeah, firing him. Yeah, no.
A mentor role or whatever. To keep the... You want... you like that...
You like
what
his
is it
aura.
called? No, you like... What's it called? Like the...
camaraderie?
No, kind of. Culture.
Yeah, you like to keep his...
You like the culture that he builds and like...
Yeah, the
keeps
fuck you,
around.
we're not going to fuck around.
And he is a hip guy. He can like...
Relate to
the players, yeah.
But my thing is you fire him, 2 things are true. You're taking a leap of faith.
With somebody else?
With somebody else that... I don't know who the answer is. Is Ben Johnson the answer?
No, that's
you don't know, right?
That's too white and too regular of a name.
Is trading him or flipping, Mike McCarthy into Pittsburgh and then sending him to Dallas the answer?
That's basically 1-to-1.
Right.
He'll switch it up because it's a different guy, but it's like...
a new flow, I don't know.
Who's the owner in Pittsburgh?
It's the Rooneys.
The ketchup guys?
Yeah. Well, no, Heinz Heinz used to own the thing.
Yeah, I know. It's like Miller
ketchup. Park.
Yeah. It's not Heinz Field anymore.
No.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But the also thing that's true is if he gets fired, 20 teams are going to go, fuck, we might hire him. Don't care if we have a head coach. If you're Arizona,
if you're Jacksonville,
like Mike
you're like,
Tomlin.
I would love to be in the playoffs every year.
Teams with coaches are going to be like, ooh.
Mm-hmm. I would love to be in the playoffs every year.
Give me a break.
I would say what percent of owners would you say just care about being relevant, staying?
80.
I was going to say it's got to be over like 60%.
80. I think there's...
They don't even care if they win. If you win, that's great.
This math might not add up, but I think there's probably 4 to 6 in the league that want to win the Super Bowl every year.
Only care about that. They care about making money, but like that's the main.
Let's be real. If you look at the quarterbacks, that's why. If I'm Buffalo, I'm like...
So follow the quarterbacks is what you're saying?
Follow the quarterbacks.
So it's Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore.
I think if Burrow is there, I want to say so, but they don't spend money like that.
Yeah.
So they're
maybe they got to learn.
But I would replace Detroit with them because now Detroit's on the come up and they want that Super Bowl, right? Goff's not the guy, but I'm going to use him as an example because Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Washington. Now that Jaden Daniels is in the
fold, if it's not an
pushing.
owner, maybe it's the head coach that only cares about that. I mean, because I'd say most coaches only care about winning.
Correct.
It's the owners that make the money.
It depends on how much the owner's involved, right?
Right.
Some of them aren't. Like Kansas City, I don't think he's as involved. It's the GM. It's Andy Reid.
You see the guy, like the Eagles guy, he's on the fucking field at the end of the game when they're going to go win.
If they show the owner in the press box, he's involved
he wants to win
more than you think.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Like New York, everyone goes, oh, Mara's not involved. They fucking show him all the time.
Right. Jerry Jones.
Jones. Just think about who you see. Eagles, Cowboys. They show Washington because he's new, right?
Yeah.
Never showed that clown before.
Who's the owner of the Chiefs?
Hunt. How often do you see him? Barely.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't see him very often.
How often do you see Buffalo's owner?
I don't even know who it is.
Exactly. So, like, you don't see them, they're not involved. How often, do you know who owns the Vikings?
Mm-mm.
From my understanding, they don't even live in Minnesota half the time. Like, they're just
cashing a check.
Here you go, GM.
Yeah.
Right?
Which, I mean, if that's your thing, then that's your thing. If you got enough money, if you got fuck you money, or you're like, I'm going to buy a fucking sports team.
Correct. And if I'm not a football guy,
and if I don't really care and you
medal.
know it's just a good investment,
yeah, why
you're like, I like the sport. I want a team to root for. I used to live in Minnesota, so sure, why not?
Come to me about business stuff. Don't come to me about which third round pick I should.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Jerry's like, get that running back, man.
Ask me about the marketing ploys we can do for the stadium.
Yeah,
and stuff.
what kind of fucking
other than
food
that,
we should get there. Like, I don't care about the rest. So that's just an interesting dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
I would go with someone else, but my problem is I don't know who for Pittsburgh. It's tough.
There's not a lot to...
And you got a hell of a division to deal with.
Yep.
Next. Denver. I think this would be short and sweet. You just need a little more time, and I think you need more offensive pieces. I'm not a huge fan of their... They have Cortland Sutton, but it's like, who else? They have Mims. They got a couple guys. Their defense looks pretty solid. He's a rookie. I think it's just going to be
it's going to take some time,
Take time, but Herbert's clock's ticking.
Right. But Bo Nix is like 26.
He's played like 100 football games.
Yeah.
He's like a 7th year. On to the worst game of the weekend, Green Bay Packers.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
First of all, I want to say this out of the jump.
Right on cue, the ice maker stops making
Nixon, go fuck yourself. Okay?
Okay.
You gotta be kidding me. You fumble on the first play.
Do I have to bleep that?
I don't know. But here's my question. Or here's my statement. That's a helmet to helmet. I don't care what you say.
And
I
texted you that too.
It's a recovery.
And it's a clear, like there's camera looking down. I don't get how they overturn. Is it because they called or they just let it go? And they're like, yeah.
So I will say this. I don't think we win the game regardless. I don't. But that just swings the shit out of stuff, okay? Like, ugh. And then he comes out and goes, I want to be QB1. I'm not doing kick returns anymore. And LaFleur's like, huh? What? I'm like, bitch, you're only on the team because you kick return. You suck at the corner. You're getting cooked left and right.
Yeah.
He's just a little motherfucker that thinks he's good looking and, like, talks this shit. And then
his eyes are closer together than mine.
You could see he was angry because he'd return the kick. Every kick then he took out trying to make up for his mistake. And he just compounded the shit out of it. And you know who's just letting it happen?
LaFleur.
Yeah, but our dumbass
Rich
special teams coach.
Yeah, he sucks too.
Since when I'd be like, hey, motherfucker, stop taking the kick out, you dumb bitch. Like, just kneel it.
Yeah.
If it's in the end zone, kneel
it. Because you get it at the 30 or something?
Yeah.
And you take it out and get it at 20.
My
22.
man McManus misses a kick. Like,
yeah, of course.
When
I'd still sign his ass
absolutely.
though.
I don't care about like just guilty or innocent. He's innocent, so move on. Court says so. But like, how do you not? He's been a stud all year. It just happened to happen, right?
And you can't blame him. I mean,
no, the whole loss.
So what? We lose 13 to 20 something then.
Positive. Shout out Halfley.
Defense. I mean, with what we had too. Okay. 0 pass rush.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that was the other
thing. no, like our
We
third
got-
string corners.
That first drive, I was like, is he gonna camp? Because
Does Stokes play anymore?
He's just
Hurt?
That's a different conversation. We'll get there.
I mean, it was Valentine and
we have
Fumblerooski over
so
here.
much
That's it.
invested in the front four. First round pick Wyatt. First round pick Van Ness. First round pick Rashawn Gary. First round pick Kenny Clark. And I saw ghosts on the D line.
Does Wyatt even play?
He got hurt in the game.
Because Slayton's gold tooth looking ass.
They just
is
said
there.
leg.
Oh,
and I was like, oh God, you motherfucker. We can't get
Van
pressure
Ness-
for shit. And then we started getting pressure. I'm like, what changed?
Van Ness
Useless. Useless.
is like shredded, has a great physique,
Hercules.
but
he
can't
does nothing.
does not know how to play football.
I will put Van Ness under sack on every game next year. On every parlay until something happens. Because it's guaranteed. It's
Okay.
like nuts.
How? So I've heard that Myles Garrett does not want to be part of a rebuild, and I've heard inklings of Max Crosby kind of wanting to get out, and he has a link to Josh Jacobs.
How do we get them?
How likely would it be that we could get one of those guys?
0.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? We don't have the money for it? I feel like we have. If you get rid of Jair,
we actually have. So we could do it.
Right.
Like we have cap space.
We
this
have
year,
the space.
So
to do
I
it.
think we will spend some money
Like and get a free agent.
and get another free agent because we have like 40 million. Because
Who
we're
are
not
we
paying
getting?
Aaron's shit.
Right. Who are we getting though? T. Higgins, Tyreek Hill.
I don't know. Well, you'd have to sign. Tyreek, you'd have to trade.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Goody doesn't like giving up assets. That's why we're not doing it. It's because Goody won't. Second of all,
Goody. Suck
Second
my
of all,
Goody.
I don't think Cleveland's giving it up because I think I just heard today he was like, yeah, I like the direction of the competition of our roster. Garrett said that.
He's just saying
And
that.
Max Crosby
He's
is a
just
Vegas
saying
guy through and through. That's their only attraction.
But
They
if he
got
wants,
nothing.
if
I
he
don't think-
wants to win, like he says he does,
if they want to, sure. Like we could trade Jair. I said, Dad,
how old is Crosby?
I think
He's
like,
younger.
Yeah,
Because Myles Garrett turns 30.
I don't think he'd like our
He's
rotation
29.
of doing 4 plays and you have to get off the field for 10.
For
and then
Crosby,
doing
though,
4.
he would be on there all the time. He would say, Coach,
I know.
I'm playing
He would
every
be like,
fucking
why are
down."
we rotating so much? And
Yeah.
they'd be like, well, Gary can't play
But
4 downs in a row.
right,
And then he'd
he's-
be like, go back out. Fucking annoying.
Wouldn't you think?
I said,
I like
send
the
Jair.
idea. Yeah.
And Dad goes, that's stealing. And I said, what? He goes, that's
Stealing Crosby.
that's straight up robbery. He goes, we would go to jail for that crime.
we cannot sign Jair.
No, he's saying
Extend him.
for trading him.
I
there,
know,
though?
but I'm just saying, like, we
No,
cannot
he's
extend
out.
him.
He said, did you hear his
He's like, I don't know if I'm going to be here next year.
He's done.
Yeah,
He's-
fuck that guy.
To me, he met with LaFleur and them, and they were like, he's like, what's the future? And they're like, we don't know. And he's like, but
Man, I want to be a part of no future where I ain't number
saw-
23 ain't the best fucking player
I don't
on
know
this
his name
team,
on
man.
Twitter,
I
but-
gotta be the highest paid player on this team too, man.
shout out the guy on Twitter. He goes, the moment he started wearing those Demarius Randall sleeves, downhill.
It's over.
I was like,
The only guy
"That's so true."
who will allow it is McKinney, and it's only because he's a fucking beast.
Yeah, Xavier.
He looks stupid, but
He does.
he can do it.
He looks like he's like Two-Face.
Two-Face?
Yeah.
Yeah, because his hair.
Mhm.
He needs to trim that shit up, though. On the sides, it's getting bushy. He's just got to... I hope he comes back with a different look next season.
Here's my thing, though. I think we could go. Well, let's do this first. I blame the game on LaFleur. Quick question. You have to answer this within the next 3 seconds. How many playoff wins does LaFleur have? 1, 2, 3.
6.
3.
Fuck.
He has 3, Mason.
And he's been there for 6 years.
He's 3 and
And he's made...
5.
No, he's made the playoffs
Every
6 out of the
year.
7 years.
Yeah, and he has 3 wins. Think about him. Seattle, Russell Wilson with Aaron, 2019, divisional round. Now, part of this, if you want to count bye weeks, because we had a bye as a win, good because he's good in the regular season.
Okay.
Okay. 2020, Rams in divisional round.
Yeah, we won
Dallas.
last year. Every other time was first game we play, we're out.
Yeah, because it
Fucking
was Niners,
Niners.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
That's a problem.
it is.
So everyone's like
He should never.
beating him off,
should
and I'm
never.
like, what are like? He's just not it in some. He gets like tight in big games to me. The play call. How many fucking times are we gonna run the ball up the middle? And then Brady, who doesn't even go to the fucking meetings, goes, they should get the ball on the outside.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they should. We get stuffed up the middle, and then it's the fourth quarter, and we're running the ball. What are we fucking doing, Matt? What are we doing? Do not talk to me about he didn't have Dobbs, Watson, Reed at the end of the game. Don't talk to me about that, because the other person, Love. You played like shit.
Yeah, the last 3 weeks.
This whole year, he did not. Everyone was like, "Oh, his EPA statistics look really good." I'm like, "Don't even try." Was he injured?
We can't beat anybody. We barely beat the bad teams.
Yeah, was he injured? I don't know. Did that make the difference? I don't know. The knee injury, the groin, I don't know.
The decision making doesn't make me feel good.
You know who runs more than him per rush this year? Average gets yards.
Oh God, do I even want to know?
Aaron fucking Rodgers runs. He gets more yards per rush.
How many rushes did they have though? Was it comparable?
Yes, because he never runs. He doesn't run, and I mean
he shouldn't though, because he's not very athletic.
But he's got Mahomesy-esque athleticism.
Yeah, but he's slow. I mean, you watch him; he can't move. He's long.
Mahomes.
He's like 6'4", though. Mahomes is like 6'1".
There was a play where he's running up in the pocket. It's clear. He's got Musgrave right here and Emmanuel Wilson over here.
And he could have just ran.
And he could have just ran. And there's a guy by Wilson, and he goes,
yeah, why?
What? What are we doing?
Slide.
Fucking run and get down.
Yeah.
There's just those moments. The inability to run tempo, I feel like, is on him. Why can't we run up-tempo offense? Yeah. Is he stupid?
I mean, this is his second year starting.
Yeah, but he's a 6th in the fucking league. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
5th. But I'm like, what?
When did Aaron win the Super Bowl? 3rd year? 2nd year?
He sat for 3, went 6-10. Wild card, Arizona.
The fumble.
Yeah, the face mask.
Yeah,
and then Super Bowl.
So his 3rd year starting, he won.
Correct.
All right. So Jordan has... I mean, you can't compare the two, but it might take some time.
This is my biggest thing, too, is we didn't pay Aaron like we're paying Love.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
We waited until...
do not talk to me.
We waited until he won the Super Bowl
about
to pay
who
him.
he had. Yeah, that's the first mistake. You can't pay a B quarterback A+ money. You can't. Because he had nobody.
But the problem is now is if he didn't get that money, he's going somewhere else.
Who's taking him?
You don't think...
No, he's still under contract.
The Giants wouldn't take him?
But listen, if we didn't extend him last year, he's still under contract after this year.
But then he's not playing. He's sitting.
And getting fined? My ass.
I don't know. I mean, he'd find a way.
Against our organization where we are stingy and push players out, good luck.
I know. So we made a big mistake then.
You should have not paid him, and then you could pay him now. I'd be cool. Pay him now. You want 40, 35 Sam Darnold money? Go ahead. Like, that's fine. But don't talk to me and even put him in the same ether when fucking Aaron Rodgers is out there with Jared Abbrederis and Jeff Janis and Richard Rodgers. Yeah. And then in 2016, we got fucking Ladarius Gunter on Julio, and we got Don Barclay at left guard, and we're going to the championship game. Yeah. Think about the roster we have now and the coaching staff, and then we got Mike McCarthy who's running slants and outs with that offense, and then give me a break. That's so bad, Mason. That's so bad.
It is.
Like, come on. Next year's make it or break it for him to me.
So
you got to stay healthy because this is your trend year.
I mean, that's tough, though. I mean,
if you play...
Freak accidents.
Correct. If he breaks his leg. But if you don't stay healthy, guess what? Now you're labeled as injury prone.
Yeah.
If you play well, 2 out of your 3 years you played well, you got people on you, right? Mm-hmm. On your side. If you don't, you're screwed. Why we didn't play action? LaFleur's like, our run game was better out of the shotgun. Really? We couldn't do any boots. We couldn't do every offense.
Yeah, because now all of a sudden he does that thing where he goes this way, nope, this way,
and then
this way.
But
Yeah.
it made me think because of his mobility. Like, he just can't get out there. He said his footwork is bad. He's not a player that can miss practice.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot he needs to improve upon, and it's just not it.
Yeah.
So what do we do as a team? What are we doing?
I think you got to do it as much as you can to surround him with people that will help. And that's why I say I like Crosby because he's younger and he sets the bar high.
Yeah, he's a
for effort,
tone setter.
And you're telling me Gary is going to let this other guy come in and he's going to play every fucking down and he's going to have a motor like no other. And Gary's going to be like,
pussy.
I got to sit out because it's fucking third. Or it's 1st and 10 and I just need a break. And did you see the play that got me so upset was when he got held and then the play was still going and he goes, what the fuck, ref? And the fucking Hurts is right here. You could just kept going and sacked him. And he's just like, he got the call. But I'm like, what are you doing?
Don't stop.
That's not. Oh, that drives me nuts.
I know. Our defense played well, and we still had moments to improve.
Right. So I think you got to go get an edge rusher because for some fucking reason, our star edge rusher
that's
is
what's
now
sad.
a C minus.
We don't know how to draft those guys, apparently. So you have to get edge rusher to me. You got to get corner.
You got to get corner because Stokes
Jair's
gone. Jair gone.
And let's be honest, I'm sorry, but like on the fucking Dallas Goddard touchdown play, we got 8 people at the line. And Valentine's 12 yards off. I don't know if that's a halfly
and
thing.
And he's like a full 100 pounds lighter than this guy.
Whose idea is to leave him on an island there that far away? If anything, I'm like, dude, just fucking go up there and deny the ball.
Yeah.
Because if you get there and you hang on for his foot, someone's coming over.
Hopefully.
Instead of getting bitched and then bitched and then bitched the whole way down.
Talk about and he talks a lot of trash too. He's jaws and jaws and jaws. So I don't know how you can jaw like that when you're just this little twink of a guy.
Did you hear that? He was like, the first one I needed, the second one, I was like, come on, let's just do it for fun. Just to FaceTime, just boom, right again. Because he's just like, just for show.
This
I was
little
like,
dude.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
And I mean, that's not his fault. He's just, you get what you get physically.
Yeah, you just
right.
Need a
you can like
corner
get as strong as you can, but it's like
tackle.
And Dallas is a big tight end. It is what it is. So it's a matchup nightmare.
Yeah, so
but
that could be Halfley or him. But you need corner we need a wide receiver 1.
Right. And I don't think you draft that unless you're in the top 10.
I don't think there is a guy that
even this year that's worth it. So it's like you got to go get one then. So you got to go get T. Higgins.
We could somehow miraculously make that Ohio State freshman just come out, that fucking stud.
Yeah.
It would be great to get. We're linked to T already. My ass. That's not going to happen. I'd cry. We can't be in the position where it's like, oh, Watson's out. We don't have a fast guy that can run those kind of plays anymore. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's gone.
No one else.
He won't even play this whole next season.
Dobbs, if he gets looked at wrong, he's gonna fall over.
Right.
Like Tua.
I don't think he's like. I know he's had concussions, but mentally, he just doesn't seem like he's. Like he wants to play football.
Correct. And you remember when we were like this,
which is sad because he was pretty good.
We had this great wide receiving corps. It's like we don't give the ball a read. LaFleur's like, yeah, we need to get Kraft involved. No shit. Right? No shit. Wicks.
He's watching the pod.
Like you said, Wicks. And then he makes that contested catch down the sideline. I'm like, where are you?
Yeah.
Where's that come from?
And
then I got Malik
land of
Heath
extremes
on the sideline catching the ball, but he doesn't put 2 feet in because he's like, I don't even know.
It wasn't a good ball though.
No, that's the problem. So like we're weak there to me. And then you have to get an offensive line again.
Yeah, because one guy goes down and then we get our first round draft pick doesn't play.
IR, yep.
This guy is the first guy that they subbed in was like a 6th rounder. Never really played.
But the depth
3 penalties,
yeah.
Okay, he's out. Now let's put the fucking undrafted guy.
That's what sucks is we've been consistent all year up front.
Yeah.
And then he finally and Elton looked like he took a stinger and he couldn't come back. Like what the fuck? They're like shoulder. I'm like, you got hit hard and you're like, oh God, I don't want to go. Like,
but then he's like, maybe you get it up the neck and he's like, yeah, fuck this, dude. This sucks. Railed. I mean, how many guys? I mean, Jaden Reed got the stinger too. He got fucking hit in the helmet. Those guys are just they're what is it called? Targeting, where they just get their tackle like this.
Yeah.
Head, like crown
Spearing,
of the head first.
Yeah.
Spearing, that's what it is, yeah.
But we need, because Josh Myers is a free agent. I don't know if I signed that center. right?
Well, especially with a broken leg or whatever the fuck he
Yeah,
has.
almost. He almost like died on the field
Because it was
apparently.
the guy that we brought in.
fell over.
He's almost pulled
He's
a.
probably like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
So like you have to go O-line. So that's 4 picks right there. We have 7 total this year.
Well, we can trade.
We also
we'll trade back and get 3
Correct.
more. Yeah.
I can't wait to be draft night Friday night in Green Bay, and the Green Bay Packers have moved into the second round.
Yeah.
We also need a linebacker because I can't run with McDuffie.
No, those guys, as good as they did
they are special teamers.
this year, they held their own. But I mean, they weren't perfect.
You need
but they're
linebacker
special
there.
teams guys. They're backups.
And Clay, I don't think Clay is it.
No, Adrian Cooper is it.
You could have Clay as your third, and you'd be thrilled. Or second.
I think second would be fine. Yeah.
But you need.
Do you think we
another
need
guy.
to get like a veteran linebacker in?
You might have to, because I don't know if that's not an easy position to get in the draft. So that's the thing. We
I
have
feel
a
like
lot to
getting
improve
a
upon.
veteran in who can coach up some of these young guys. 'Cause we just have 2 really young guys now.
Yep. We have a lot to improve upon. I'm saying it's tough, and it's another one of these years where like
I'm not gonna fall for
Just
us
a
winning
year or
the Super
two
Bowl
away.
next
Yeah,
year.
you
I
are-
fell for us
you are.
because we were doing this on the way out next year or last year. Shut up. We were doing this on the way out last year, right? So you can't.
Jets requested to interview Jeff Halfley for their head coach.
What?
I hope
After 1 year?
watch they'll fucking take him. And
Oh
we'll be
my
screwed.
God. That's not. They can't do that, right? He signed a contract with us, or can he break that
No,
contract?
he can go.
Go wherever he wants.
If we deny him, then we have to promote him.
To what?
Assistant head coach or some shit.
What?
Yeah.
Even if he gets offered to interview?
No, like if
he gets offered the job.
we can deny an interview. But if you deny an interview, it has to be for a reason. Oh, we're promoting him.
Oh
You know what I
my
mean?
God, that sucks.
Yeah, but we could Salah's looking at jobs. We could put Salah into the D coordinator. We could
But I don't want a new D
Luan
coordinator.
Rowe.
I want him to run it
I
again.
don't know if he's that great, anyways.
I mean, he was okay.
Yeah.
We need new special teams because can he do special
I think
teams?
he's our assistant head coach. I think he's our second one.
That fucker is.
Yeah.
Get him out of
Rich the
here.
bitch.
Rich can dig a ditch.
So tough season.
Tough season.
We're not ready
No.
for the big boys.
I mean, it's
We've lost. I mean,
we have
don't
a
count-
Super Bowl window, but
we?
I mean, we're 2 years into it.
Don't talk about the Bears loss because that was a fluke to me.
Yep, they dropped the ball.
And backups and whatever. We lost to 3 teams all year. Detroit twice, Philly twice, Minnesota.
Yeah.
And then let's jump into Washington and Bucks.
And the
quick.
Bucks, yeah.
Jaden looks great.
Yeah, would
He's
love
moving.
him. Would
Yeah,
kill
he can,
for him.
he knows how to run.
He
He's-
needs to get
How
down.
LSU
He needs to
didn't
get
win?
down more and bulk up
How
this
LSU
offseason.
didn't win though with Neighbors and Brian Thomas and him fucking blows my mind. College, there's no defense in college. What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
who'd they lose to?
They didn't make it anywhere. They didn't even get anywhere.
They didn't get to the playoffs.
no.
Yeah.
So like, how do you not?
Oh
get
yeah,
there?
because there was only 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buccaneers, Baker like barely had the ball. Like that was tough. They
Yeah.
need a little bit more on defense to me.
Yeah, because who's their linebacker who's like 35?
Levante
But
Davis.
he's
been there
good though. He's
forever.
still good.
But they just need some secondary.
I don't know
guys
how.
that-
I thought he was like 26 3 years ago.
Devin White was 26 3 years ago.
Where's Devin White?
Nope, he doesn't play anywhere because he sucks.
Really?
Yeah, there was a big thing.
I thought
like,
it was those two were like fucking
with Brady. They were, and then like
amazing
for some reason
they're both athletic.
I think he
fast.
wanted to get paid, but he was undersized and he wasn't playing as well. And then they let him go, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, he's gonna be a stud." And then he went to like Philly, and then didn't play, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Oh,
And then
okay.
it was like, "Okay." And now he's on like the Texans, and it was like, "Whoa, he doesn't even," or the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Like he barely plays. They just
Interesting.
They need a little more pieces. I don't think Baker's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, anyways.
No, sorry, Chuck.
Big old Cheesecake Factory guy, though. That's what he is.
He is kind of chunky.
Well, have you heard that story?
No,
Oh dear God.
what does that mean? Something else? Can you say it on air?
Yeah, it's out there.
Well, you
It's,
said other things today. I guess you can say whatever you want.
there's a rumor that has never been confirmed. I'm gonna get the specifics wrong, but I guess a lady called into a show when he was in Cleveland that there was sexual activities that occurred while he was with a fiance in the parking lot of a cheesecake factory.
he was
and then the next
fogging up
the next
car
day or
windows?
something, another girl called and goes, "Hey, I also had an experience with Baker Mayfield in a cheesecake factory." So he's got like multiple chicks in cheesecake parking lots.
Something about Cheesecake Factory
And
gets
it's
me
never
going.
confirmed, and I'm not saying it happened, and whatever. And Paige's like, "I'd dump you if that was the case." I'm like, "You have no proof that it was even a thing." She goes, "Smoke, there's fire." And I'm like, "Okay."
Wait, she'd dump you if she found out that you did that in your past?
No, she'd dump me if someone came out and
said,
said they
yeah.
did that, even though there's no proof. I was like, "What?"
Like I didn't even cheat
know,
on
I'm
you,
like,
Paige.
do you
I didn't
ever-
even know who you were when this happened.
I know. I'm like, "Do you ever?"
I like to get it on in the Cheesecake Factory parking lot.
He had a fiance. She's saying if she was the fiance.
Oh, so it'd be like, hey, this is my place where I like to go.
Yeah, but the
You're
thing
just
is,
another girl.
I know.
You just happen to be the one that I end up marrying.
know. It's wild. But I'm like, "Are you kidding?" I was like, "Do you ever think someone calls in just
I've
for
never eaten at Cheesecake Factory.
I've eaten it once.
Isn't it like
the
a huge
Bayshore one.
menu?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, like 400 items. Like, how can
Overrated.
it be good if there's that much shit you can make?
overrated.
Yeah.
But they doinked in Washington. That was kind of fun. I was like, "Oh my god, they fucking doinked!"
Yeah.
Chuck, this is bad too. Chuck's like, "This fucker with his hair. Did you see that?"
No.
The kicker has OCD. It came out like the day after the game because there was a clip earlier
The
where
Bucks kicker?
Washington's Mike Tirico's like, "Oh, shoes off. Oh, shoes on." He kept taking his shoe off and kept doing like OCD, like he likes to be like
Oh,
got to
to,
do
like-
it 6 times or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Before he puts his helmet on, he goes and like fixes his hair. And Chuck goes, "This fucking with his hair."
Are they like, and it's on, I didn't
It's
watch
on
that
TV
game.
before he's kicking the game-winning field goal. He's like, "Stop fucking touching your hair and kick the football."
crazy.
And then the next day it goes, "He's got OCD," and it's like a big. and I was like, "Chuck."
I mean, that's bad. I mean, it's a pretty severe.
It's
to a severe degree if you're like
No, it's an actual
in your
disease,
job,
right?
Well, yeah, it's a disease, but like there's levels of it. Like,
correct.
I would say I have a little bit of OCD because I always have to check, make sure this is off, or
Correct.
whatever.
But he has to do certain things before he even kicks, and that might be OCD on top of like rhythm, on top of like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't wash my jock strap if we win 4 games in a row, kind of thing.
right.
Right. So like, I don't know
the
what
superstitions.
Yeah, I
and
don't
then
know
there's,
what level it
like-
gets to. But Chuck, I thought it was hilarious. "Stop fucking touching your hair and
Yeah.
kick the goddamn field goal." And then I find that I was like, "Oh Lord, okay."
That's funny.
And then we got the frauds, the team that lost to the Rams twice this year and lost to the Lions twice this year.
So who are they? Us?
They're just
with a
2
better
games
record.
better than us.
Yeah, Sam Darnold. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah,
You didn't fool everybody.
Yeah, no.
He'll still get.
It's
I'm
funny
sure
how he was
somebody will give him a
50 million
contract.
like 3 years ago, and now he's like 30 million a year. It's like, oh, 2 weeks just drops you 20 million. That's
It sucks.
tough. What are you doing if you're the Vikings? I am signing Aaron Rodgers, and we're running it back.
Signing Aaron Rodgers for 1 year.
1 year.
Let
Get your
JJ
revenge.
learn. Just be like, JJ, be a sponge, dude. Like, spend a year where you can actually practice full time with Aaron. Learn as much as you can.
You know who's
I don't know much about JJ. I just know he handed the ball off really well.
He did. You know who's got better receiving stats than Justin Jefferson in his 2 first playoff games? And who reposted it on his Instagram?
Dontavian Wicks.
Jeff fucking Janis. Isn't that a wild one? It was like
Wait,
first 2 playoff
Jeff
games
Janis in his first 2 playoff games. How many
Versus-
playoff games has
versus Justin
Jefferson.
Jefferson's first 2 playoff games.
he's only been in 2 playoff games?
correct.
Oh, I'm hanging out Friday. We're doing whiskey night with a bunch of my
too.
Viking friends. I can't wait to tell him that.
I wonder if it's still up there.
He has better stats.
Yeah, watch.
What are they? You need to text me them so I can like have stats ready to
He
talk shit.
reposted it. It was kind of insane. I gotta see if I can find it. But I was like, oh no. Like that was bad.
But also, is it his
no,
fault?
you have Kirk
someone's got to
Cousins
throw you
and-
the damn
That's
ball.
the whole thing. Wide receivers are very, very dependent on who's throwing them the football, to put it that way. I'm not against
I can't wait to talk shit on Friday. We both lost, so
Ready?
we're both going to be struggling. But at least I can just dig a little
Jeff
bit.
Janis playoff stats versus Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, 7 catches, 47 yards, 0 touchdowns. Jeff Janis, 7 for 145 and 2 touchdowns.
Send me that.
He's got 100 more because he caught 100 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 plays.
Because it was the Arizona game with the 2 Hail Marys.
Back of the end zone.
Back of the end zone to the 50 and then the 50 to the touchdown.
Well, yeah. Well, no, it was the back of the end zone to the 35, and then we took like a false start and a roughing, so then he's back on the 50 again. So you got like 110 yards.
I mean, those 2 throws though are top 5 in his entire career, all within like a couple plays of each other. Those are amazing. Like
the Arizona Hail Mary where Janis catches it, you can argue is the best throw I've ever seen.
Yeah, because he's like
sprinting to your
left,
under pressure, and like launching it, and then it's like.
I mean, there's also. Pat Mahomes said the one where he's getting
Devontae in the corner against the Bears
where he's
pounded.
like
that one's up there.
Like that.
I mean, the Jared Cook one where you're running like this and just.
That's crazy. The one where he's getting pulled by Jalen Ramsey and he hits
to Devontae
again.
Yeah, who might come back, right? You see that?
But why?
I don't know. We could get him for cheap.
Could we?
Maybe if he's smart. So yeah, interesting wild card. We did that.
Yeah.
How much do we have left? Ooh, we won't do the.
Yeah, we can't do the game. Huh?
We can't do the game.
We gotta just break. We can do that next time.
Yeah.
Hey, if the pod flows, the pod flows.
Pod flows. Any
divisional round breakdown and predictions?
Yeah. Let's do coach real quick. So Vrabel signed with the Patriots. Didn't really surprise me.
That makes sense.
And McCarthy's gone.
Yeah, was he fired or they just mutually part ways or whatever?
Contract was up.
They just didn't re-sign him. Okay.
Even though they blocked the interview with the Bears.
So how does that work then? I thought you said they couldn't do that. Let's have a reason. No, we can't do that because we're firing him. That doesn't make sense.
No, they didn't fire him. They blocked the interview, and then like 2 days later, he got let go. Or not let go, but they came to a decision that he didn't want because he wanted more guaranteed money.
For what?
For more years, and Jerry
for missing the playoffs and losing to his previous.
This
team.
is what bugs me. Jerry only wanted to do like 1 or 2 years on a contract. He wanted like 4 for safety. Jerry's not paying any coaches any money. You know who's paying? Oakland's paying, or Las Vegas has 3 payments to 3 different coaches right now.
Yeah, they're like the Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah,
we're paying 4 coaches.
That doesn't count against your salary. That's just Jerry being like, I have to shit gold and then shit on gold, and I can't afford to pay you and shit on gold. Mike
Budenholzer is the Phoenix Suns coach. He's getting paid by the Suns and us.
Yeah,
why? He's like 3 coaches ago.
Cliff Kingsbury is like, I'm not taking another job because I'm still I got 3 years left on my Arizona contract.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome?
That's what they're like, you're going to take a new head coach job? He goes, why? I'm getting paid head coach money to coach Jaden Daniels.
How the fuck does that happen? Can I, I'm not going to do this, Caleb, don't worry. Can I join like a corporate dental office and then just find a way to
don't have to do with the bullshit,
part ways and then just still have my contract and just collect checks?
That's how that works.
I mean, that's the dumbest.
But that's the NFL ownership.
Worst deal in the history of deals.
Greenland. You know what I mean? Like I just
give us Canada. Do you see that? He wants Canada to be the next state.
Don't even stop. That's crazy.
So we and Mexico would basically just be North America.
No, we just give them California and then we'll take Canada and then we'll do a swap.
I'll take the whole West Coast.
Okay,
divisional round. We got
unfortunately
just shy of 10 minutes.
Work party this weekend.
That sounds brutal.
Yeah, on Saturday.
So we got Saturday games.
Saturday night. But I think the best games are Sunday. So Texans, Chiefs. Chiefs are 8.5-point favorites at home. I'm going Chiefs. Oh, by the way, you picked the Bucks.
I did?
Yeah.
What?
I picked Washington. Thank you very much. So we are even, motherfucker.
Damn it. Yeah, I got the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs as well. I think it'll be closer than 8.5 though.
Okay.
Over under is 41.
Their D could
41.
do something.
That's 20 points a team.
Yeah, because Kansas City's offense sucks.
Yeah, they're great.
They're both good defenses.
I can't wait till they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Washington at Detroit. Detroit is 9.5-point favorites at home.
Yeah, I got to think Dan Campbell with 2 weeks to prepare is
I think they're going to win. I hope it's a shootout in the terms of like 45-35 and Jaden puts on a show.
It absolutely could be because Detroit's defense is very
hit or miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be kind of fun to watch while I'm trying to avoid talking to people.
Yeah, I mean, Sunday's games are fucking awesome.
Sundays are legit. So the Eagles have beaten the Rams before. That's when Saquon went off for like 255 on Sunday night. And he just fucking didn't slide down on a touchdown and screw my phone.
Yeah. Did Kyron score?
Yeah.
So it's literally just.
It hurt
Wait, did your Tampa Bay guy?
No, he did not.
Okay, so it wasn't
that made me feel better.
So it's 2 less?
Yes. But
Still,
Ross didn't
good.
do the Saquon. So he had Kyron, so it was just the Tampa Bay guy. And it was 500 for him too. He's like, "Oh no!" I'm like, "Oh, this is brutal."
With $20, that's fine.
Rams, Eagles.
That's gonna be tough.
6-point favorites, Eagles. I expect to see the Eagles better.
Yeah, but I think
What do we gotta do a quick
though.
talk. Jalen Hurts or AJ Brown reading a book. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's weird. And
if I'm the coach, I'm like,
that's a ploy to me. Like,
stop.
Does he even know how to read? Like,
okay.
He went to Ole Miss. You can't tell me he's working on that.
If I'm a coach, I'm like, you can't do that. That makes us look bad.
I also don't think
it's
Lucas
cocky.
Van Ness could read either. Hercules.
I try to get the ball. I go for the ball.
There's just certain people that have that look.
Yeah, he's a fucking gumper.
That's very true. I don't think it's going to be as big of a blowout as it was when they played before. Because I think the Rams are better now. They look like they're in a better flow. I think I'll give a score prediction on this one. I'm going to say like 24-28 Philly. No, not that high. It's 20-24 Philly. Philly's defense is tough too. That's the other thing you got to realize.
You got to get AJ Brown involved though.
Yeah, that's important.
How good's Rams D?
They're young and they fly around, but it's not like, and they got a decent pass rush, but Philly's offensive line is fucking tough. Do you see how their smallest guy is like 6'5", 330?
I don't know.
On their O-line?
That's fucking,
Lane Johnson, 6'7", 375.
And they had fucking Jason Kelsey too.
Mekhi Becton. Well, Kelsey's the smallest out of all.
Right. He's like 6'1".
And he's a Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Yeah. But you go from that to like these guys. If the Rams had a better D, pause. That's the right way to do that. If they had a better D, maybe, but I'd pick the Eagles to win it all to start, so I feel like I got to ride with them. I'm going to go Eagles.
Well, you don't have to go ride with your pick. I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I'm going, I can't look stupid twice.
Coaching matchup's big there.
Yeah.
McVay's got the edge.
Sirianni's going to fall ass backwards into a win, and people are going to think he's good.
Fangio's a good D coordinator.
Yes.
So, like, you have the advantage.
You see the zins he had?
Mm-hmm. He was wrong.
He had it on the thing right next to him.
So, this is the game of the year, potentially, until next week.
I mean.
Ravens, Bills. Ravens are 1.5-point favorites on the road, which means they'd be 4.5 at home. And everyone's going to be like, well, they beat them by 25 when they played at home. So, yeah. Different game, though, to me. Buffalo's healthier. I don't know. I'm assuming Zay Flowers is going to play because that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Both different teams at this point, too. Baltimore was 1-2 going in that game. I think they found their stride. Lamar tends to tighten up in the playoffs.
I love
looked great last week
at 6:30 too. It's an hour. It's an hour
5:30.
These are
Eastern.
Yeah, okay.
With Romo and
I love that it's at 5:30. Then even better because
it's done at like 7.
Yeah,
like, fuck
8,
yeah. 8, but
8 or 9. Yeah.
I think Ravens defense is looking better too. Right, their secondary's looking better.
Yeah, this is tough, man.
Buffalo's offense is looking solid.
I believe in Josh Allen, so I'm going to Bills.
Josh Allen's fucking tough. And the thing that I saw someone online say this, they were up 6, second half, 4th down and 2. The thing that I never thought would happen, this is stealing a take here, but I completely agree with it. old Sean McDermott to me would have kicked a field goal, go up 9.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did he go for it, he threw the ball. And that's when that Ty Johnson touchdown in the back of the end zone. That's I don't give a fuck. Like that's my best player. Go make the play.
And if he doesn't make the play,
we
then,
don't deserve to win, right? Because he's that good.
And he'll get criticized like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that play."
You go up 9.
It's like,
go
what
up
do you
2
want me
scores.
to do?
Yeah, I want to win, right? You have to do that.
We
against Lamar.
we have the
you
MVP.
Have to do that against. It's
our
supposed
MVP.
to be also a high of 16 in Buffalo. So they said it could be like a low of like 5 at night.
Yeah.
I don't know who. I trust the stronger arm in the weather. But you know who else sucks to play in cold weather?
Henry.
Fucking Derrick Henry. Who wants to... Paige goes, God, that guy's big. And I showed her the meme of him versus Mark Ingram when they stand on the college field.
Yeah, and Mark Ingram's thick.
I know. I was like, Mark Ingram is in the NFL. He won a Heisman.
Pause.
And I was like... That's the difference. She goes, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, he's huge. So who you taking and why?
Bills. Allen.
So I love Josh Allen. I'm rooting for Josh Allen.
You're picking the
I'm
Ravens?
still picking the Ravens, though.
Damn.
I hope it doesn't happen.
You're trying to take the lead on me now.
No, I just think they can't stop the run. And how do you beat a good quarterback? You run the ball to keep the other one on the sideline. Do I think the Bills can win? Absolutely. To me, this game's going to be determined by...
It's going to be tough. I'm picking the Bills because I want the Bills.
Yeah, you're going with your heart, not your head. I'm going with my head.
Not your heart.
Correct.
Which
I think
head?
Time of possession.
No hesitation.
Time of possession is going to be huge, and like every game, turnovers. You could steal a possession.
Unfazed too.
Yeah, why not? You can steal a possession. That's huge. Right?
Yeah.
Like that's Lamar doesn't get the ball now. Or now Josh gets 20 yards to score. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
So like
Lamar looks good. I was watching him and he's scrambling. He's so just like nonchalant.
If it's me, if I'm Buffalo and I win the kick or the toss, taking the ball.
Yeah, the Matt LaFleur special this whole fucking year.
Yeah, I want to go up on these guys 10-0, 10, you know what I mean? So they can't run the ball.
One thing I would add that makes me think of Keyshawn fumbling, even if he doesn't fumble or they reverse that call,
game right now?
saying that we have the ball. So say he doesn't fumble or actually no, they recovered it.
We went 3-0.
I still think we go 3-0. It doesn't really matter.
That's what I said. We went 3-0. We start slow every year.
I mean, that sucks. Like you could argue that the mentality is all fucked at that point. But we went. They go down and score. So now
we never score in the beginning of the game.
Right. So it's like, I don't think that would have mattered.
No, that's what I said.
It's not the best way to. It's probably the worst way to start.
Correct.
Like a game.
Correct.
Did we win the toss and elected to receive?
I think Eagles won and they kicked.
Okay. Because it'd be even worse if we were like, yeah, we want the ball, and then we just give it up. You're like, God,
the Lions. He's like, we want the ball, and he just chucks it to Watson.
Yeah.
Like, oh Lord, what are we doing? But Buffalo's going to be a great one.
Yeah.
And the other thing that sucks is Mahomes is going to be sitting there like, all right, who's coming?
You guys beat up on each other, and then we'll play who's left.
But to be fair, in his defense, last year he went to Buffalo and said, "Mine."
Yep.
And then he goes, "Okay, you're next." So one of these guys has to do that too. They have to beat the other and then go to his
Either way,
house.
the AFC Championship game is also going to be an awesome game.
I hope so, because last year when I watched the bullshit of Zay Flowers getting it punched out and fucking what's his nuts catching his own pass and then getting his ankle hit.
I
on the
wouldn't
back.
mind. I like the Ravens.
Tough.
I like John. I don't mind Lamar.
If it's Buffalo and the Chiefs, Mason, I'm going to have like a fucking convulsion.
I know.
Because that game, I hate Mahomes so much. And I love Josh Allen, and I'm getting so sick of watching them lose.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a Buffalo fan.
I would love either matchup because I would love to see Lamar get a chance to have his revenge on him.
Correct. And the other thing that sucks?
We got like 40 seconds.
Quick. NFC is after AFC, so I don't know who to like root for.
Yeah.
Because if the Chiefs win, now I have to root for the Eagles. That sucks. But if Buffalo wins, I'm like, let's go Detroit. Let's get 50-55 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
So
okay.
cool.
Peace.
A lot of football. Let's go. Fun weekend.